All right, here we are back at it again down in the basement gym, aka the dungeon to many of you out there. So this morning it is bright and early. It's a beautiful morning this morning, nice and early, up and at it. And what I figured I'd do today is I do have a workout. I'm going to consider this somewhat of a kind of a recovery workout just from the last couple of lifts. So I'm going to do kind of a full body, kind of upper body workout. With a lot of volume, lightweight, and I'm most likely only going to use dumbbells today for today's workout. But while I do that, I am going to do a little gym tour. So while I do some of the workouts, I'm going to spend some time and go over some of this equipment, show you guys around a little bit, and kind of go over some of the history of the equipment in the gym. So let's get started here. I got to get warmed up and get going here. But like I said, we're going to do some workouts, and we're going to kind of go over some of the gym and some of the equipment in here, some of the history, and give you guys a little tour of what we got going on for the home gym, both inside, and then maybe we'll take a look at outside. So let's get rocking, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Come on, let's go, last one. All right, just wrapped up the first exercise. And since I am starting with dumbbells, let's jump in with the dumbbells as the start of this little gym tour. So you can see the dumbbells behind me. Obviously, your old school iron plate welded dumbbells. And then on the bottom, on the floor, you'll see that we have our heavier dumbbells. And these dumbbells, as long as I've known them and have been in the gym with them, in a real gym that was obviously a commercial old school gym back in the day, these dumbbells on the floor were always called boat anchor dumbbells. For whatever reason, I guess they simulate a boat anchor for whatever that may be. But anyway, that's kind of what they were called back in the day. But these dumbbells, I have dumbbells in the gym that go up to 150 for solid dumbbells, like all put together dumbbells. And then of course I have behind me, if you can see behind me, I have the big 150s that are standing up there of the dumbbells. And then I have the fat bar loadable dumbbells as well. And those go up, I've loaded over 300 pounds on those dumbbells. So it's great to have those. But these dumbbells, again, old school, of course. They do not make a lot of these anymore. These are the ones, again, these are plate loaded. And the plates are very, you can tell what they are just by looking at them. They're 10, 5s, and 2.5s, all welded on in a lot of these. But anyway, yeah, these are great dumbbells. And the history behind these dumbbells, just to give you a lot of, or to give you some of the history, and a lot of the equipment you see in here, the barbells, the benches that have the red covering, the dumbbells, the racks, everything, kind of things that you see down here, all have quite the history. Now, back in the day, there was a commercial gym that was in my area that was an old school gym that was owned by someone We're talking, this has got to be 30 plus years ago or more, that was owned by somebody that was good friends with Mike Katz. Now, if you're familiar with the movie Pump and Iron, Mike Katz was obviously a bodybuilder in that movie, was Mr. Universe, and just has obviously a great history as kind of one of the old school bodybuilders of the day with Arnold and, of course, the movie Pump and Iron. And Mike Katz was closely associated and friends with the former gym owner that owned this equipment before I bought it, before I bought this and purchased the equipment. And back in the day in this area that I am from, there was a pretty big amateur bodybuilding presence. And because the gym owner who owned this equipment knew Mike Katz would come to my area for an amateur bodybuilding show to MC the show. And of course, as most of you know, in amateur bodybuilding shows, you have a guest poser. And a guest poser is usually a professional bodybuilder. So Mike Katz, being who he was as a Mr. Universe and very close knit community of the old school bodybuilding world, would invite guest posers to these amateur shows. So rumor has it, not only is Mike Katz, but also people like Lee Haney and others have come to guest pose at these amateur shows and have used this equipment to train on. So as you as we go through some of the gym tour today, most of what you see has been touched by some of the legendary bodybuilders like Mike Katz. Like I said, rumor has it Lee Haney, being very close in the New England area, has made his presence and has used some of this equipment as well, and many others. So it's very, very unique in that way, and I am just fortunate and lucky enough to have had the mindset way back as a teenager to have purchased this equipment when the gym that it was at was going out of business. So here's a little history, and here are the dumbbells. Like I said, they start at, I have another rack in the back. If you see it in some of the videos, I may show it today. But there's another rack in the back where some of these dumbbells are duplicated. But I also have 2.5 pound dumbbells all the way up to 150, and then I have a double set from 30s to, I believe, I got some mixes in there, but we'll say 30s to about 85 pounds of some of the same dumbbells, so duplicates, which is really cool. So some of those dumbbells are outside in the gym as well, in the outside gym. So again, just really cool dumbbells, very lucky to have them. You don't see many of these around, especially in the new age commercial gyms now. A lot of the dumbbells are coming in rubber and just different things. So, this is really cool to have. So here's the dumbbell rack, and we're going to get back at the workout. Got a lot more to do here, so we're going to get after it. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Last one, come on, finish. All right, just wrapped up another little workout. Did an incline single arm dumbbell press. So let's continue with a little gym tour here. Obviously, you just saw the two benches that I was just working out on. So flat bench for dumbbells, and then obviously the incline bench for obviously many different movements. Now we're over here. I'm sitting on the combo rack. So I have a strong arm combo rack, or our combo bench squat rack, whatever you want to call it. So this is obviously a bench that converts into a squat rack. It is an absolute unbelievable piece of equipment. I absolutely love it. It is rated for definitely 1,000 pounds. I've had well over 800 pounds on both the racks, both the bench and the squat part of the bench combo. Bench squat combo. So a great piece of equipment. It's got the arm jacks in the back to adjust the height. Obviously your safeties. There's one thing I don't like about it is probably the stance. The spotter platform in the back is a little funky, so you have to set up in order to get the spotter over you in a good position. You have to add some extra platform underneath the bench to do so. But other than that, it's a great piece of equipment. And then you can see on both sides of this combo rack, I have two weight trees that are completely full with various plates, 45s, 25s, 10s, 5s, 2.5s. I have some record breaker plates as well, which I believe are 1.6 or whatever they are. And then there's some collars on there, some old school spring-loaded collars. And then on the back of the combo rack, there's also another weight tree to hold plates as well. And on that weight tree, I have 45s, and I also have the old school 100-pound plate York plates, which if you see me recently use those in a plated good morning. So some good iron here with a great bench squat combo to get the work done. So obviously also on this bench squat combo, you have your band pegs, which is a really nice feature because I love using bands, of course. But basically everything you need, and it's rated for some good weight. It's comfortable. The bench itself is pretty wide. If you're familiar with powerlifting, fat pads, different things like that for benches, having a wide bench is really nice, especially if you're looking to bench some weight, even competitively. So that's nice as well. So here is the bench squat combo, some weight trees, and then of course our barbells. We have the squat bar, which is, if you know a squat bar, I won't get into too much detail. It's just thicker and can load a lot more plates, so there's less bounce in the bar, which makes it safe. And obviously helps, the weight obviously is a lot heavier when the weight is not bouncing around, giving you momentum. And then we have the bench bar, which is a great bench bar as well. Your traditional 45-pound bench bar. Obviously, if you get into competitions, you're probably going to deal with a 50-pound bench bar, just again to help with taking that bounce out of the bar when you have a lot of weight, a lot of plates on the end of the bar. But either way, this is a great bar as well. I have had well over 800 pounds on this bar as well, and it works really well. So there you go. There's the bench squat combo down here in the dungeon, and we're going to move into our next workout. All right, just wrapped up the next exercise, and we hit a little pec deck here for the chest. And while we're over here, the next spot on this gym tour is our pec deck machine and or reverse pec deck for rear delts. If you've seen some of the videos, I've also used this as a finisher for lats, using the arms for lats on this machine. So absolute great machine. It has been around forever. Another piece of the old school commercial gym in which, again, a lot of legends have trained at. So this is another piece that I have that I'm just so grateful to have. It is unbelievable. This equipment, when you look at the machines I have, so the pec deck, the hamstring, the leg curl machine, the leg extension machine, which is out in the garage, the preacher curl, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But nonetheless, this machine type stuff, which I don't have much of, but this type stuff was made by Body Solid, which was obviously, I'm not, a historian on gym equipment per se, but the Body Solid equipment that I have, that I trained on pretty much all of my time training, has just been amazing, amazing, hardcore, old school, undestructible type of equipment. And this pec deck is just an example of that. It is so smooth after all the years, all the moving around, the different locations, different gyms, different home gyms, the use over many, 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 many years of so many. This thing runs just like you took it out of the box. I mean, this thing is just absolutely amazing. So very grateful for it. It's got a 240-pound weight stack on it. Obviously, you are dealing with pulley systems, which make that obviously not a straight weight of 240. But either way, it's pretty heavy. I've been known, and also others have been known, to obviously load plates onto the stack using the stack pin, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with doing in case you have to. And it's just able to take it all on. So just a great piece of equipment here, and absolutely love using it for many different exercises. So here's the pec deck that we have down here in the home gym, aka the dungeon. So we're gonna keep working here and move on to the next exercise. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. Let's go. All right, just finished up some dumbbell military press. And as we continue with the little gym tour here, obviously you saw the two benches I just trained on. Now I'm on another bench, obviously the military bench setup. So I usually have this in what you can see behind me and around me, which is the TDS Power Rack. It's a half rack. It's a great piece of equipment for a home gym, for sure. It's compact, it's easy to move, it's not heavy, it's not tall. You got the half rack, so if you have low ceilings, and you can get almost anything done in this half power rack. It is just really, really great. And it has the ability to purchase more attachments to make it a full rack if you have the space, if you have the ceiling height to do so. So, it's a great, great piece of equipment. But obviously, so much gets done in this power rack, from squats to rack pulls to rack pull variations, deadlift variations, squat variations, military press, overhead press variations, bench variations. The list goes on and on and on. It is rated for, I believe, well over 700 pounds. I've had a lot more on it. I've pushed it to its limits. And it's done a great job. So great piece of equipment. Also, if you notice, I don't know if you can see in the video, but obviously there is chains here, and I have 80 pounds of chains just to add to the variations, and I keep them over here on the power rack as well. But this is a great piece of equipment, and a lot of work gets done on this half rack. And then of course I'm sitting on the military press style bench. So here's the next section, which you've seen many of the workouts done in over here in the half rack. I do have another piece of equipment made by TDS. I don't even know if they're still in business, but TDS was just known for making kind of like this durable home style equipment that was cheap but rated to do some work, to put some work on, and it was cheap, it was affordable. I have the another piece of equipment which I'll show you guys in just a little bit that is a TDS as well. So either way, great piece of equipment, and a lot of work gets done in the half power rack. So got to keep working, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. Come. Come on, let's go finish these. Come on, get two. Yep. Come on, get four. One, two, three. Go four. One. Two. Three. All right. Just wrapped up 2 bicep exercises over here on the preacher curl. So might as well go on with the gym tour here. So not much to be said, just a great preacher curl setup. Your old school pad, so a lot of support. Obviously you have the adjustable. This pad adjusts up and down, and then so doesn't the rack for the barbell. An easy bar is usually what is on here. Obviously you just saw an easy bar preacher curl, and then I did some of the dumbbell preacher curls here as well. So just a great piece of equipment. I love it. Heavy duty. It's a heavy piece, I'll tell you that. Very heavy considering the size of it. Really, it is just a solid piece of iron here. So just a great piece of equipment. And this also is a part of the and she wants attention. So another piece of the equipment that just has tons of history and used by some of the greats back in the day. So very honored. What? Hang on. Very honored and humbled to have this piece as well. So just a great piece of equipment. So we're going to continue to work out. We'll see you guys in just a little bit. Let's go. Last one. Come on, finish these. 4, 5, 6, go, last one. Come on, finish. Yep. All right, moving over with the gym tour continued. And this is some miscellaneous stuff that I'd like to share with you guys. So we have over here, we have various squat suits, deadlift suits, so powerlifting gear, singlet, some other powerlifting gear. I don't know if you can see the Titan Fitness, weighted balls, ab balls, slam balls, any kind of obviously weighted balls for those. We have a Titan jump box and or agility box. It's used right now. It's used more for kind of like a nightstand more than anything, but it is what it is. And then over on this side, we have the various bands. Most of them are from Elite Fitness. At some point, I am definitely planning on re-upping my band collection. These bands have been around forever, and they need to be updated. I need to get some new ones. And then we have a slingshot here, some more of the power bands back here. Not sure if you can see them because of the lighting. But overall, just some miscellaneous stuff that I like to use that you see in the workouts. So there's a few more things on this gym tour. So we're going to continue the workout, and we'll see you guys in just a little bit. All right, moving over with the gym tour continued. Just finished the workout up, so you'll see that in the video. Definitely a great workout. A lot of blood flow, a lot of volume just to recover everything and kind of hit all the muscles groups, upper body. I did not do traps, but pretty much hit everything out. So moving over to the next spot here is the deadlift kind of area, the deadlift platform, homemade deadlift platform. I have a bunch of 2x6 flooring or decking with a bunch of 2x4s as cross support. Then I have a piece of plywood as the top decking or the top platform for this. I also have band attachments. I just used some eye bolts and again made a band attachment, band pins, pegs, whatever you want to call them, on this platform. This thing has just been through so much. It's had so much weight dropped on it. It's been moved. It's been dropped. It's just been beat up over the years, and it is still as sturdy as anything. So it's a great platform. Obviously, I have the Texas deadlift bar. I have the trap bar here as well, and just a great piece of equipment. And then I have the pit bull fitness center plus tanning old school rug that a friend gave to me years and years ago from an old school gym, of course. But this deadlift platform is just absolutely amazing. You'll see in many of the videos I get a lot of work done here on this platform, and it's just been through everything. There's really not much more to say about it other than it's just a solid piece of equipment slash addition to the home gym. And just really happy. I built this, I don't even know, 15 plus years ago, and it's just been an absolutely amazing thing. So here's kind of the deadlift area, deadlift platform with the deadlift, the band hooks for it, the band for band attachment. So just overall, just a great piece of the gym over here in kind of the deadlift section. So we got one other area to show you, and I may show you a few other things, but we'll show you the main other area, and then we'll probably head outside once it gets a little bit lighter. It is still dark out. It is very early in the morning, but let's take a look at the last part of this basement home gym. All right, moving into the kind of the last section, the back part of the home gym. I apologize if the lighting isn't too great because obviously it's in the back corner back here. But just a couple things to kind of run through. First and foremost, here is the TDS lap pull down cable machine. Obviously there's different attachments that I have that I use for this machine. It is plate loaded, so you load the plates onto this for the weight. And then I have some cable work that I have to do to this. Got to replace some cables. There is a cable that goes down and underneath so that you can basically sit on the floor and do a seated cable row from the floor, but that cable has since been broken and I need to get it replaced. So really what we're using on this is most of the top side of this for, you know, cable pull down work, tricep push down work. You've seen biceps. I mean, obviously there's so many different things you can do on this cable machine. Again, like the power rack, the half power rack, this is made by TDS as well. I've had it for years and it's just been through everything. Again, I do have to get the cables replaced at some point, but other than that, it is a great piece of equipment. There's a weight tree right there with 45s, 25s, 10s, and 5s, 2.5s. That makes 3 weight trees down here, pretty much loaded with all the plates we need. Over here, I don't know if you can see it too well, is the body solid leg curl, which I have the same kind. Sorry about that, just had a battery die in the camera. So where I was at, I believe I was talking about the hamstring or the leg curl machine. So again, like I said, we're in the back part of the gym, and here is that leg curl machine. Again, another body solid piece of equipment. So I have a body solid leg curl, the pec deck, and then also the leg extension, which is out in the garage. There's also a treadmill back here that does not work very good at all. I don't use it much either way. And then of course there is some more dumbbells here in the back. Again, duplicating some of the dumbbells that are already out in front, but just some extra dumbbells back here that I have just in case I need them. And as I said before, there is obviously, if you saw the videos, there's another dumbbell rack out in the outside gym as well. There's another bench down here. I have a couple things obviously on the wall, foam rollers, some other rolling equipment. And then the attachments, as I was saying briefly before, the attachments for this are all over here on the side. So you have your different, grip attachments for cable pull downs. I have an easy bar attachment, D handles, rope, close grip, V bar push down. And yeah, so essentially this is kind of the back part of the gym, which you see in the videos. Usually you see me a lot using the leg curl and the TDS cable pull down machine. So this is the back part of the gym, and just a few other pieces I want to show you guys just real quick, and then we will head outside to take a look at the equipment we have outside. All right, so one of the other pieces I wanted to show you guys is the dip rack and or dip bar, whatever you want to call it. So dip rack here, I use this every once in a while. I don't know if you can see back here, but I have another rack of slam balls, up to 50-pound slam balls. So those are really cool to have, although you don't see me use those much as well. I have some other equipment over here, the sled and different stuff like that for sled drag, sled pulls. And then right here is the stereo, which, to be honest, has been beat up. There's some pretty good speakers here. Well, they were back in the day. I've had this stereo system with me pretty much in every gym that I've been in with this equipment. And the stereo, to be honest, I can't believe it does, but it does still work. It does the job when it's needed. So that's the stereo, the dip bar here, and then this right here is obviously the door that leads to the hatchway that then leads outside. So I open this door obviously to go outside, but it's also a great way. I am constantly opening this door for ventilation. It literally just kind of keeps this whole basement as ventilated as possible. Got a great draft that comes through this door. Even when it gets really cold, I keep this door open a lot of the time, most of the time during the day and different times like that, just to keep this place as ventilated as possible, although probably not the best ventilation, but either way, this door is the hatch to the hatch, which leads outside. So again, this is just another part of the gym. All right, the last part of the gym and/or some pieces I want to show you guys is obviously this part. So you see the stairs that I usually come down, not usually, that I do come down pretty much every workout. Those stairs right there lead right upstairs and walk into my kitchen. So I'm literally coming from the kitchen down to the gym. Then I have up here the various bench shirts. There's some more bench shirts in the back too as well. Right now you're seeing a lot of training in this Inzer. This is the Super Phenom. This is the triple ply Phenom. So using a triple ply, it is not the greatest bench shirt, to be honest. I'm using it because it fits well at the moment. But being triple ply, I thought I'd have a better time with it. It's just not the greatest shirt. Either way, it gets the overload work done, the strength part of this, or the powerlifting, power building, the power part of this workout routine done. And then I have the Super Duper Phenom, the double ply, this shirt here. Now this shirt, I don't know if you can see it well, but this shirt is absolutely awesome and has been a lot of world records by some of the greats done in this shirt. This is a double ply shirt, and I've had just an amazing time and success in this shirt. It's obviously fitted for when I was anywhere from 280 to 300 pounds, to be honest. A 20-pound variation or a 20-pound difference, I could really do well in this shirt. Obviously, when you get into bench shirts, 5 pounds could matter a lot. And for me, I was just lucky enough to benefit my bench in a wider range of body weight. But I benched 800 pounds in this shirt. I benched 770 in competition in this shirt. And I've overloaded to like 2 boards and 3 boards, well over 820 pounds in this double ply. So this double ply just was something I absolutely love to use. It took a lot of time to learn it and stuff like that, but once you get the groove and understand this shirt, for me it was just a great shirt. There's the metal version, so these are Inzer version bench shirt. There's the metal version over here. I was not a fan of the metal bench shirts, but I am a huge fan of the metal squat and deadlift suits. So here's just another section. Here's some, I don't know if you can see them, but there's some elbow cuffs that you hang on a bar to do leg raises and ab work. I have those there. There's a refrigerator behind here. To be honest, it doesn't work that well. So anyway, but yeah, so here's another section of the gym, and that's really, I think, the main pieces down in the dungeon here, down in the basement portion of the gym. Again, a lot of history to this equipment, as I explained earlier in the video. This equipment has just been around and is just not only old school, hardcore, real iron. I get a lot of questions about, not questions, but comments about rust and obviously the equipment outside. I've had this equipment so long. I've fixed so many pieces. I've cleaned it up so many times. This equipment's not going anywhere, and if something happens, I'm not worried about rust. It is what it is. It's just a part of the equipment. It's just a part of its story, to be honest. And I'm going to let it kind of, just like my philosophy with lifting, let your love and passion kind of form itself, and kind of let let the training evolve as it evolves. I'm going to let the weights evolve as they evolve, because in my eyes, that just as an environment for me, for my mentality, that just, again, I grow with the equipment. I just, again, it's just something mentally that I have in me, but I'm not really worried about the equipment. But either way, we're going to probably head outside here in just a little bit, and it's still dark outside, so we'll wait a little bit, and we will see you guys for the next part of the gym, which is outside. All right, here we are in the outside part of the gym. So I'm going to take you through a couple of the pieces out here. We got some snow, of course. Looks like about 6 inches overnight. So anyway, let's run through some of this equipment quick. I don't want to get my camera too wet. So we'll run through this quick, and yeah, we'll finish this gym tour up. All right, the first piece we're looking at here is an old school, we'll call it a power rack. I love this thing. I've had this thing for so long. It's just one of the great pieces. Again, another piece that has come along with the history and the legendary use that I talked about earlier, just making this piece so amazing. Obviously, you have your different height pegs. There's a barbell on it. I've used this for so many different things, from squats to military pressing, overhead pressing, rack pulls, deadlifts. If you look at some of the videos, you'll see all the stuff that has been done in this. Of course, it's got the weight tree on the back, and again, just a solid piece of equipment. And again, as I said to you guys, this stuff, although it's getting weathered, literally, it is just indestructible. There's nothing you're going to do to this type of equipment. A little rust will never hurt it. I have some plates that I don't, they're just plates, extra plates that'll get some use out here rather than sitting around. So here's is the other part, or another piece to this gym tour that I am just very proud to have. Just a great piece, just a great piece of equipment. So let's move on to the next items. All right, moving on to another couple pieces of equipment. You're probably going to hear me say this a lot out here. Here are another two pieces, my favorites, of course. I love all this stuff, I really do. Again, just another piece from the old school with a lot of history to it is your incline press, your incline bench, which then, of course, moves into a military press. Obviously, adjusts up and down. You have your adjustable things here, which work really well to set the bar in the right spot. What I love about this is the platform on the back. There is a platform that you are, you feel like you're walking on a dock. I mean, the thing is just unbelievable. So a great platform for spotting. The seat adjusts. You have your safeties down here, of course, and just a great piece of equipment. And then over on this side, we have just another great piece of equipment. This old school Smith machine, which holds straight weights, which starts with straight weight. And what do I mean by that? Is that there's no friction system. As I've said in videos before, you cannot throw this machine, this barbell on this Smith machine up in the air and watch it float back down. I mean, this thing is straight weight. It starts out at, I believe, 85 pounds starting, right? Straight weight. Obviously, the bars and the setup of the Smith machine keep it in a fixed position, obviously making it a Smith machine, but this thing is just absolutely amazing. It is straight weight and indestructible, and again, just another piece of equipment that's been through so much and just kind of indestructible. This thing has been just absolutely amazing. It was sitting in the garage for such a long time, and I was just so happy to get it outside. Out here in the gym. So great piece of equipment here, and I know for a fact that bar still moves nice and smooth on this Smith machine. So just two great pieces right here as well. All right, moving over into our two benches. Tons and tons of history to these benches. Not only does it relate to the history that I've been talking about this whole time, but let's first start with the Forza bench here. This Forza bench has just been through so much. many world records, world record benches done on this Forza bench. Great piece of equipment. If you're familiar with Forza, they are, you know, one of the godfathers of making benches, making them indestructible and able to hold a ton of weight. So very humbled and pleased and happy to have this piece as well. And then over here we have another bench, again having that having that nice red, well, it was red, topping to it, which again went with all the other equipment. This bench here is a sentimental piece to some degree. This bench was owned by a man named Fred Pfister. And Fred, if you look him up, back in the day, back in the old powerlifting days, when the YMCA meets were huge, right? These were big meets. There weren't all these federations all over the place. You know, there was just a few federations, and the YMCA meets were huge. If you watch Ed Cohn, he'll talk about the YMCA meets. If you look up the history of these, anyway, Fred Pfister was a legend in that. I mean, this guy at a very light body weight was a 600-pound deadlifter, just a strong individual. He ended up committing suicide years and years ago. And this was the bench that was in his basement, and I was able to get these along with the 100-pound York plates as well. But this bench was his. There is a rest in peace plaque on this bench as well. And this bench has been with me for forever, and I have done so much on this bench. To be honest, it doesn't look like the sturdiest bench, and it is a little scary, but I've had well over 700 pounds on this bench, and it is a great bench. So just a lot of history there, sentimental value to this bench, and I'm so happy that I have it out of the garage, not packed away, and out here getting use when I'm able to use it. So 2 benches in the outside gym here with tons of history, but not only that, very functional and getting used out here in the outside gym. All right, let's wrap this thing up with the last 2 pieces out here in the outside gym. Let's start with the monolift. This monolift is exactly what it is, a monolift. I'm very thankful to have one. If you're familiar with monolifts, obviously they relate directly with the powerlifting world. It's a piece of equipment in which you don't have to walk the weight out. So when you got a ton of weight on the bar, the arms drop, you can stay in place. It has a system in which the arms drop, and then you squat from that position rather than walking the weight out. And if you're familiar with powerlifting, when you start getting up there in weight, walking weight out can be a pretty scary thing if you don't practice. So a great monolift here. It is, again, just a great piece of iron put together well. And just a savage piece of equipment here. So I love using the monolift when I get an opportunity to do it. And then over here you'll see some more of the dumbbell rack. So some more dumbbells from the other sets that I have down in the basement. These dumbbells, obviously, same concept, same history to these dumbbells. This monolift doesn't have quite the history. It's fairly new, to be honest, in the sense of time compared to the other pieces that I have. But this is, again, just a great thing to have. And then, of course, being able to use the dumbbells. And then behind here, excuse me. And then behind here, I have the Titan log press. If you saw some of the videos, you'll see that I use that quite a bit as well. So there's the log press behind there. And that's really essentially, a gym tour for you guys of all the equipment. I do have the leg extension machine in the garage, but we're not going to do that today. If you look at some of the leg videos as of late, you'll be able to see what that machine looks like. It's a great machine from Body Solid, so just a great thing to have as well. So with that, guys, we're going to wrap this up, and we'll see you guys for the next workout.